Sorry for the rocky chair. It's secondhand, so it's old and creaky, but it's actually pretty loud. But yay for secondhand! I actually really love this chair. Ooh. Hello, and welcome to my new channel. I'm Vera, and this is Live Your Best Green. This is pretty much an intro vid into what this channel is going to be about and what kind of things you can look forward to watching. So let's get started. I am really passionate about environmental sustainability, but I wasn't always. I think it all started probably in like 4th grade when we had to do this art contest on how to promote recycling. I don't remember if I won. I just remember really enjoying it and getting really into it. But then for like the next probably 5 to 10 years, I thought that was it. All you had to do was recycle and you're being good to the planet. And, you know, done deal. So I was just gung-ho about recycling and I was very naive about everything else. Cut to end of high school, start of college, I became more knowledgeable about the world, and I discovered that recycling really is like the bare minimum that you can do to help the environment. And it's actually kind of a mess right now. Like, recycling isn't really it. There's definitely more that you could do. And on top of that, I was learning more about climate issues and how it affected my life and other people's lives. And I realized I was behind the ball, and humanity as a society was behind the ball. And I was like, well, we gotta do something about it. So that's really when I started to be more passionate about environmental sustainability. And I realized that a lot of people out there care, but they don't know what to do. I mean, there's these big, lofty things that corporations are trying and governments are trying, but failing. Both respectively failing. But I think there's a lot more that can be done on the individual level, and that's kind of what sparked Live Your Best Green. I want to inspire people to live more sustainably. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'd first like to lay out my 3 main goals for this channel and this business as it grows. 1 is to learn more about sustainability. I am not an expert by any means. I read a lot of articles and I follow other content creators in this sphere, but I myself am not an expert, but I would like to be. I may not have like a degree in environmental science or any hands-on experience in the field, but I do come from an engineering background, so I feel like I can at least grasp the science behind it. So that's a little bit about, you know, my pedigree and what credentials I have, but mostly it's about, you know, my passion, and I want to learn more. And as I learn, hopefully I can repackage and regurgitate to you guys in a way that's more entertaining, more accessible, easier to understand, so that we can all collectively work together more efficiently. The second goal that I have is to improve my own sustainable practices. I have a laundry list of things that I know I should be doing or things that I want to do to be better for the environment in my own life, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I keep telling myself, oh, I'm going to eliminate this plastic in my house, or oh, I'm going to take shorter showers. And I've never actually executed it. Maybe it's laziness, maybe it's procrastination, I don't know. I have quite a lot of mental health issues I need to tackle, but who doesn't? That being said, this channel, this business is going to help me hold myself accountable. And as I do that, I'd like to document it and share it with the world. And hopefully that inspires my audience to do the same. Which leads me to my third goal, which is exactly that. Inspire more people to live sustainably, to think about the planet with their consumer choices, with their actions, with their mindsets. Just as a whole, shift our society to one that is a better steward of this one planet that we have. Now, just to level set, I think living a sustainable life is not easy, because if it were easy, more people would be doing it. That could be an oversimplification, but I think there's some truth to that. I would venture to say that living a sustainable life, a green life, is to most people a daunting task. Either they don't know where to start, or they have this misconception that it's all or nothing, and therefore don't even do a little bit. So for example, I can't be a vegetarian because I love meat. I love burgers, so I could never give it up. Well, you don't have to be a vegetarian. You could just eat less meat. It doesn't have to be this all or nothing situation. Even eating a vegetarian meal once or twice a week when you wouldn't normally is a step in the right direction, and something that you should applaud yourself for. Say you want to fight your own carbon footprint and your emissions, but you can't afford an electric car. Well, maybe you can carpool with somebody else when you're going to the same place, or you can ride your bike more. There are actually a lot of little things that everyone can do to live more sustainably, and I think we just get trapped in this idea of like, the life of a tree hugger is just this way and only this way, and it doesn't fit with my lifestyle, and so I'm not gonna go there, which is not the case. Hence, this channel, this business that I want to grow, Live Your Best Green, it's not about changing who you are, changing your entire lifestyle to be better. It's encouraging us all to live our best life, but make it green. And that's where the name came from. And I want to discover all the little ways that people can do little, tiny, small acts that don't necessarily take a lot of effort to do, so that collectively we're making progress. Because one small thing for you, if 500,000 people do the same thing, that's a big deal. Like, if 500,000 people decide that they're not going to take a plastic straw one day and just sip from the cup, that's 500 million plastic straws that don't have to go to landfill. So it's just about shifting your mindset and understanding that there are lots of little things that you can do. And I'm going to help you get there. That's my plan. It's not about being perfect. A lot of the content creators that I follow in this space, they're like my goals in life is I want to be more like them. I want to live as sustainably as they do. But I am daunted. Like, oh, I could never. It seems like a lot of work. It's really not super easy. But if you just take one little baby step at a time, everyone can get there, and it's gonna look different for everyone, right? If someone's super into secondhand clothing, but is a diehard carnivore, maybe they dig deep into secondhand clothes and that's their path forward to sustainable living, and they don't do so much with the meat thing. Like, we don't have to do everything. We don't all have to do everything, but if we all do a little bit, I feel like I'm repeating myself. But that's the gist. That's the main message that I want to share with you guys, is that you can pick and choose the things that align with your lifestyle, and it doesn't have to be this big, hard, Herculean task to do. So to summarize, the 3 goals of Live Your Best Green are: 1, for me to learn more about environmental sustainability and impart that knowledge on you. 2, improve my own sustainable living practices and behaviors, so that 3, I can inspire my audiences to do the same. And honestly, there's going to be a little bit of everything. There's going to be like informational stuff that's literally just, here's the science, here you go. And then there will be some hands-on blog style stuff where you can actually see my day-to-day experiences, current events around sustainability, lots of stuff. I have lots of ideas, and I'm really excited to grow this channel, and I hope you are too, and I hope you stick around with me and see me grow. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to live your best green.